Sewing kit. Maybe that's good. Sounds good. Painkillers, huge. Twine I have, yeah. Sewing kit. Sewing. A little key ring. I'll grab this too. Oh, I'm over encumbered, but not if I do this and I bring all these into the other bag. I think you do like this. Yeah. Hell yeah, that saves me some stuff. Like all the food stuff too. This is all coming back to me. I should really cook that steak though, but I really want a thing first. There we go. Screw the saucepan, I'm dropping it. Empty beer bottle, I gotta fill that. Let's eat the carrots, fuck it. Nom nom nom. I'm ditching the baking tray too. Most of those cooking crab those have a base crab like a stir fry in a pan for which you need meat in a pan. Yeah, I remember. I've done that before. Yeah, when you have a frying pan. There's a basement here. Monka. Oh, hello. People live here? A dust mask. Okay. Sure. A welding torch? Cool. A welder mask. Damn. Look at that shit. I'm gonna wear it. Hell yeah. There's like oxygen tank and shit here. Paint? Sheet metal snip. That sounds good. I'll grab that. Oh my god, I'm actually a hoarder. Let's drop this. Drop my hat. Bring all this into my bag. Yeah, I have a bald spot in game. I'm out of here. That was some good shit. I mean, to be honest, I could sit and read, but I'm betting on finding another house before then. Dude, I look like Tiamu Jason or something. Lionheart, thanks 37. Vota, thanks 45. Thank you. Cook the steaks. I need to get a frying pan. Well, I don't need to, but I would like to make like a stir fry with them. Okay, where are we on the map now? We're getting close to Louisville. I mean, yeah, we ran this way. We're up here. We just gotta make it all the way here. Not I'm supposed to fill my ass up. Classic Ethan59 to sell. Give Rio Meyer a sub. Thank you. Oh, I'm thirsty. Oh shit! I didn't refill, did I? Oh my god, this guy is not a survivalist. Yeah, we're gonna need some water. I really should have refilled my stuff there. And now I'm stuck in nothingness. Well, we're chilling. Oh, it's Saturday today. True. I gotta watch Let Her In or whatever it was called, the movie there.
Alrighty then.
What do you call a zombie making stir fry? Dead man W.O. King. Ella Gudon.
Gudon. Thank you, Jagern. Yeah, I've seen Sinners. Oh, car! It looks good condition. Yo, McWheels. Oh, Michelle's. I want you to go in here. Yes. I think it's locked. Okay. Oh, you can smash a window with V? Oh, yeah, right. V. Maybe this works. I figured.
Hey,
I'm
you.
smashing. Fuck yeah, alright. I'm tight. Let's go. I need a car key. You need electrical level 1 and mechanics level 2 to hotwire. Okay. Oh, this is what mechanics mean. Oh wait, yo, this car looks insanely good, except for the window that I just broke. Holy streamer loot. Yeah, how do I? Oh yeah, it's over here. You check it, right? A wooden mallet. Cool. Flashlight, ear protectors. I'll grab a flashlight. Plank, claw hammer. I'll definitely grab that. The key ain't here. Damn, it was too good to be true. How long has it been since I played this? I mean, I played for like 2 hours a few days ago. But, yeah, before that, it was pretty much years ago. But this game is sick, though. It's really cool. The bug is, even though you touch the wheel on the fence, it will send you flying. I don't think I've seen that, no. What is this parking lot? Am I supposed to just leave society here? I'm getting really thirsty. What I should do is just follow the road. Yeah, I should follow the road. There is water here, I think. I'll follow the road until I find the house. I remember the rat incident from the last time we played. Yeah, I forgot to turn off the oven, yeah. I am slightly thirsty, so not the end of the world. Car mark on map. Yeah, but I need key, though, unless I also need, I need, electrical and shit. Which I don't really know how to level that stuff up. I mean, you gotta do stuff like disassemble shit, I guess. If I remember correctly. Oh, the keys can just be on the ground. Oh, yeah, I gotta check this tab. It's good stuff. This probably is around the car there. But then we could already win, you know? It's easy. Yeah, I checked glove box and stuff, but there was nothing. Alright, I'm just looking for society now so I can get some water. And maybe sleep for the night. Do you need the correct car key? I think so. Okay, I'm thirsty now. Zanmato! Thanks, 38. Thank you. Oh, and now I'm what? A little uncomfortable? I'm moist? Okay. Oh, you need to craft stuff for XP now. Okay. Thank you. I'm like a bird. Okay, big road, society. There's no time limit for the extraction, but you have to find a walkie-talkie, I believe. Hey, it says mole draw there. Isn't that where I came from? Or? No? I guess... I mean, I need to go to the right, but I need society, though. I'm going to the right. Fuck it, I'm YOLOing. So, Martian, you saw the new Superman movie? Oh, is it actually good? Nice. I haven't seen Warhammer, guys. Henry Cavill. I haven't seen his Superman movie yet, but it seems good, though. Oh, yeah, right. Wait, you can press Y. All right, and then you do this. Yeah, this is how you go fast, yeah. Zoom. Okay, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, there's no society in sight. And it's turning evening now. I think it's over. Wait, wait. Stop. Any water here? Could be a fresh car. Oh yeah, I do have veggies to eat, you're right. We're good. We're tight. Drop this shit. It's just like The Walking Dead. This car looks fine. God damn it. Might need to smash the window. I mean, I can fight this easily. Die! Oh my god, tanky much? Or am I just soy? I'm not running. I can get this car. Just kill them. I'm sure the car key is here somewhere. There we go. Nice. Is that like a crit? Okay. Our weapons have optimal range, real? I feel like this weapon just sucks. Okay, let's break this. I'm going in. Karki? Premium tech walkie-talkie. Don't I need this? Valutech walkie-talkie. I need military. Right. Crikey. Oh my god, I'm like insanely dehydrated. Oh, investigate. Oh, grab prescription glasses. So if there's enemies around here, or I mean items, I will... Oh yeah. Like that. Foraging. Oh, I'm finding stuff. Cool. Okay. Oh, fuck. You need a military walkie-talkie in your inventories to establish contact. There we go. What about trunks? Why? I thought I said honey. Is that cigarettes? I'm hungry again? Dude, I'm wasting time. I need... Oh, there's another car here. Oh, Jesus. 2 zombies. I can manage that. Maybe this car is drivable. Oh, a trunk icon on the dash. Oh, shit. I can't let you get close. Oh my god, almost ripped. And die! Please! Please! Ah! Fuck off then! Motherfuckers. Okay. Do you have any shotgun shells? That important? It doesn't weigh that much. Fuck it. Shit, is it over? Not over. Check the car. Okay, let's see here. Can we enter it? No, we can't. Let's smash this shit. Oh, siphon gasoline, right. Smash glass. Bonk. I'm going in. Check the stuff. Pen, blue. Yeah, sure. I'll grab that so I can mark. I'm over encumbered from a pen. Yep. Oh my god. Is that unlocked now too? No, it ain't. Hold on, I gotta like stash some stuff. Let's eat half of this. Trunk symbol on dash was green. I'm not sure I can keep much more. Yeah, this one is like max. Fuck. In the car. Okay, hold on. Let me learn this. So I'm here. I press V. I don't know how to do the dash. Glove box. Bottom screen. Oh, this. Oh, cool. Cool. All right. I didn't see that. A jack. Well, shit. Well, another thing that I have learned for survivalist. Is that a car key? Chevalier Niala. Is that this? Is this a Niala? Oh, shit. No key for this car. Okay, maybe it's not this. No key for this car. Okay. Well, it's definitely not this car then. What's a Niala? Is this a Niala? What am I gonna do with the foundation makeup? No key. Oh, that's a taxi? Oh yeah, that's the one over here. I'm gonna die of thirst. It's over. No car key. you have a key for the car, you'll see a key icon nearby that car. Oh, a wrench. Feels good, man. Maybe it's over here. Key on keychain, or oh, you have to manually do that, or not. Oh wait, you have to like pull it like,
Hey, you.
This, right? Yeah, okay, I see. Seath Lashman's keychain. Ah, cool. Where the hell is my... Where's the car key? Car key. Fucking, I have no idea. Oh yeah, is it in here? Yeah, okay. Is this mine? Here's mine. Keyring. Fuck it, whatever. Aha, look! I drive with... Yikes. I think it's fucked. Oh god, yeah. Forget about that. All this time wasted. But there was lessons learned, though. I'm gonna die. It's 8 p.m. I have no house, no society. You have a bag. That bag might be better than mine. If you could stop living, that is. Die then. Fuck yeah, that hit's so satisfying. Hell yeah, bro. Bro. Satchel. 12 capacity. Oh yeah, it's good shit. Grab. Okay, I grab the satchel. Wait, equip on back. Okay. Now I need okay. Screw this. Okay, I need to move all of my shit in. Oh god, Jesus Christ. I think there's a better way to do this, probably. So this has if is I drop. Okay. So I have all this here. You want to transfer all of this to... Shit, I have no idea how you do that. I have good stuff in here. Okay. Take all. Oh. I see. I wish I had a proper backpack instead. Oh my god. Thirst. Okay, this actually does fix thirst a bit, so let's eat it. It was only 2 more anyways. It's alright. Cool. I'm out of here. I'm wasting too much time. How's this car looking? Probably F. Yo, what up, Ziku? Ah! Oh, I'm out of here. Why say... Okay. Yeah, whatever. It's all good. I mean, it's not really. It is what it is. Ignal, thanks 37. Thank you. Oh, wait, society. Yes, a diner. Oh. No. Oh, fuck. Society open. I need to get in here and sleep for the night. Please. Please. Can't you open this? Open. I'm desperate. I'm desperate. Ow, fuck. Are you kidding me? Wait. I'm so thirsty. I need water. Key for diner, grab that. No. Thirsty. You're kidding me. Oh, wait, screwdriver is good. I drink. Oh, drink. Drink. Ah, we're good. I'll wash myself. We got time. Holy shit. I'm out of here. I have no bottles, but I'll live for a while. I can't sleep here, though. There's like a horde here. Oh, my lord. I'm sure there's bottles, but what if I die? It's fine. I can just check this. There's no horde here. Look at this. It's a grocery store. What do I have? Jujubes Roy. Oh, dude, peanut butter? Fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh. Seltzer water. It can only be purified in a microwave? But I have to microwave the water? Yeah, if it's tainted, yeah. I'll get a cola with a plastic bottle. Sounds good. Am I overburdened? Is that why? Oh, shit. Ah, fuck. Drop the damn pistol. I'm never gonna use it. This is gonna attract everyone anyways. There we go. That's so much better. Thank you. Alright, we're tired. We need to sleep. Is there a bed in the diner? Oh! Perfect! Hell yeah. Alright. Cool. Let's turn off the TV. Yeah, this is unstable build. We got to get some rest, dude. Let's rest. Sleep. The objective is to get to the extraction point and find a military walkie-talkie. I can't see shit. Yeah, there's an extraction point over here. So I'm here. I've walked this way. And I gotta get to Louisville here. On top of this building, probably. But not only that, I also do have to find a... military walkie-talkie. Wait, was that a pen? Wait. Oh, not the pen that I want, though. Oh, we have a lot of food here. But I can't stir fry with that. Let's get some canned shit instead. That'll be good. Louisville? Maybe I can read while I wait. Any booka? Skill book. Metalworking. Hell yeah.
Hey,
wait, maybe if you sit. Rest. Maintenance. Read. All right. Well, we'll just wait until it's daytime. Oh my god, it takes me forever to read this book. Oh, the game loop? Well, basically, I'm playing with a mod that's called Wolf Extraction Quest. You're supposed to just extract. Get to the extraction points in Louisville, and I'm over here. And I also need to find a military walkie-talkie to establish connection with my saviors. So then that's it. So I'm just trying to, like, find gear and level up my shit. You have, like, skills and shit and stuff. Like here and stuff. I have no skills in anything except fitness and strength. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's about it for now. Anything here? Processed cheese? Ice cream. I feel like I deserve some ice cream. Let's eat it. Let's eat all of it. That was cheese? Oh, whoops. I'm thirsty. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat a watermelon. I eat? Oh, I guess I have to slice it open. I'll just eat all the tomatoes and all the pickles. I have some beef I could make here, I guess. But I still don't have a pan, so I can actually spice it. I want to be able to spice it, but I'll grab it. Oh, I'm out of here. Good diner. There was a griddle pan. Oh, those actually work too. Ah! I'm reading chat. Oh my god. Yeah, get crit, bitch. Runner! Runner! Sit down. Does unarmed kills actually give anything? Or is digital watch actually better? Real? What makes it better? Oh, you can see the grease and stuff. Oh, cool. Okay. Die today, please. Die today, please. Die today. Alright, anyone else want some or what? Oh my god. Hey, Oki, and thanks 75. Shift to Black, thanks 2 years. Thank you. If I could find a vehicle, that would be great. Oh shit, maybe over here. Can you stealth kill with a hammer? Oh, she hurt me. Oops. Not so beings of stealthy. Antidepressants.
Hey, you.
Bacon, thanks 35. Thank you, dude. Check the heart icon? Sure. I have a dirty bandage. Can remove it. Cool. We're good. Looks all good, man. I'm just running my way to Louisville. Aww.
Hey, you.
Aww. Wait, pickup truck. Aww. Shh. Hatchet. Ooh. Ah! 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 Massive blood loss? Fuck, fuck, fuck. Bandage, 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 bandage. Oh, on my neck? Not going gently into that good night. Painkillers, painkillers. Where's my painkillers? There. I see them. Eat them. Take pills. I think we're fine. We're good? I think so. I took painkillers. We're good? I think we're good. Terminal damage? Oh. Come on! I just found a hatch. Also, I'm bandaged. I'm still chilling. I'm still chilling.
Hey, you.
Nah, we're good. We're good, dude. I think we're chilling. I'm gonna drink some cola, dude. See?
Hey,
There is
you.
sleeping pills. Useful when anxious or in pain. Okay, I mean, maybe we should rest away. Highly critical. I'm healing. I am. See? If I break this open, they're all gonna hear it. No Karki? Of course they will hear it. I'll try it. They didn't. Someone's coming.
Hey, you.
I called it all. Thanks 54. Space between your toes. Thanks 57. Thank you. Still just running about. I'm not. I'm healing. I'm not even like dead anymore. I'm highly critical. Feeling slight pain? Okay. You know what? Let's eat some peanut butter bar. Increase the happiness. Yeah, man. You deserve that. Yes. 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 Fucking hell, I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do. I need to like stealth into a house and rest if I'm gonna live through this. Critical damage. We're good. Oh, we're healing. It was a laceration, not a bite. Man, we're getting there. I don't plan on running all the way there, but I gotta live first. Hey, train? Is there actual train in this game? Are you having fun, my cute munchkin boo? Yes. Tent! Society? Wait, they have backpacks! Oh, shit. Big hiking pack. Oh my god. Yeah, it's really good. Okay. Okay, how do I do this? So Equip on back. Fuck yeah. Wait, how am I over encumbered? Oh, because of me? This is 22 and it's 80 reduction. Let's ditch this stuff. So then I need, so how does this work now? So I need, a pack of hot dogs and beer. Okay, shit. I still have more painkillers. Where's the shit that I... Oh, there's my satchel, yeah. This is my satchel. Okay, if I, like, drop this, and then I have this here, and I take all... I mean, this tab, I take all. Yeah, okay, I get it, I get it. Alright, cool. Nice. I need to take some painkillers. It's not looking good. Dirty bandage. Wait, what if I die? I'm gonna like squirt when I... Oh, fuck! Okay, it actually is like that. Yikes. I had painkillers somewhere. Shit, man, we gotta rest. We gotta rest. We gotta drink some. Bandage dirty, drop. Alright. I don't think I'm gonna switch that bandage in the future. Where's all my stuff? My like stuff. Canned beans. I'll grab it. Can I rest in this? You can't? Sleep. Not tired enough to sleep? Well, get some damn sleeping pills then. Is that just sleep here? No. Okay, you can actually sleep in a tent. Okay, sleeping pills. Where are they? Takes a while to get used to this inventory. Where's my sleeping pills? There. Yeah, yeah. Take them. We're gonna rest until we're gonna live. Sleep. Okay, you'll be tired enough soon. It's all good. Especially if you drink this beer here. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure what happened to it, but... Okay. I have cola here. What happened to my beer? I want to drink... Oh, here. Okay, cool. Drink all of it. Drink the pain away.
Hey, you.
Alright. I think we're good. I don't want to move that dirty bandage, dude. I mean, I think I've talked... What up, Larksa? Yeah, I mean, I don't know when it's out. The trailer looks a bit scuffed, though. Like, it's not actual gameplay. I think. Okay, we're getting tired now. I think we'll remove this bandage. And now we sleep. We sleep. Fucking sleep. Yeah. Hot. Can barely think straight, weak. Okay, sleep, sleep, sleep. Can't get back to sleep, try again later? Why? Is it because I'm too hurt?
Hey, you.
Do I have more painkillers? I don't know if I do. I have sleeping pills. It's over. It's over. Weld the wound? Wait, does that work? I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, we're actually dead. There's nothing I can do. Okay. Okay, well, nice. Found the best backpack ever, and now it's over. Yep. That's, yeah. Find a proper bed. I mean, it's over. At least we found a good backpack. Ooh, Larkson, what did Larkson, bro? I jumped in the lake at midnight. I saw it. Wait. Yeah, wait. What else did you say? Did you think Kraken would get you? When you touch, like, seaweed and shit? Nah, fuck that. I tried resting inside the tent. I can't. Remove that bandage and free yourself from this world? Fuck no. I will fight for my right. Will I play Subnautica 2 with? Pretty sure I'll just single player it as a first playthrough. Yeah, there was a rest option, but I couldn't use it. Oh shit, my character is very tired. Yeah. It's a good one, Larks. It's hard though. This game's tough. My goal is, so I'm over here. I've walked all this way this stream. Yep. And I'm going here to Louisville, and I need to call for extraction. But I got critically lacerated on my neck by a zombie, so I've bandaged my neck. But sometimes the bandage gets dirty. And when I remove it, my neck starts squirting blood. So I'm dying every time I remove the bandage. I have like no health left. So I need to find society so I can rest in a bed and shit. And I took sleeping pills and I can't even sleep anywhere, so yeah. Okay, so you have to be like constantly. Yeah, I'll eat some peaches. Fuck it. Dogs?
Another victim.
Yeah, can you open it? Thanks. Anonymous is up to Rick Grimes head tilt. That's a good one. Rick Grime. Oh, I'm in throbbing pain. Fuck. Okay, I am healing though, but my bandage is dirty again. Let me ask you something. I'm still here. I'm not switching the bandage now. I'll just take the infection at this point. Because I'm going to die. How is there no society? You should really find a car ASAP. Because running through this is not worth it. Yeah, roads are for cars. So I did search cars. I even found a car key. But the car was busted as hell. Oh, shit. Shit. Well, sweet death. Let me tell you something. I'm a better father than you, Rick. It's over. I think it's over. There's nothing we can do about it. I have critical injuries, very tired, scared, yeah. Read the books? I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna read the books here in the middle of the street. I gotta find a society and house. I might find one here. Maybe. Okay, this is good. Let's move up here. We might actually live. We might. Oh, I'm tired now. Please tell me there's a house here. Okay, there is something. A pizza place? Pizza World. Oh. These cars look busted too. I mean, it's just over. These are just stores. I need houses with like living stuff. Well, maybe I can try this. Let's see. 2 zombies I can kill. It's alright. I'm gonna rip open my throat. Oh my god, they're not dying. Okay, he's dead. He's not dead. And die! What the fuck? Fucking super zombie. Die! What is this? My axe is like very bad. And die, please. Please. He's dead. That was a killing blow. Okay. Holy shit. Dude, we're about to fall asleep. Let's go in here. Yeah, I'm very weak and I'm dealing Omega. Oh, fuck. Muscle strain now? Let's just find a way in here and maybe we can rest.
Hey, you.
Are you kidding me? No, listen. Listen, I need a break. I need a break, please. Please. Where's the damn light? I'm washing myself to clean. Maybe I'm cleaning my neck wound here. I think so. I think I am. Okay. We're fine for now. It's only one. It's really only one. Can't I clean? You can clean bandages, right? Wash. Let him in, smiley face. No. No. This hatchet sucks now. Can't even fix it. There's two! Two! Ah! Oh my god, I have no bandage! Rip! Rip the clothes! Dude, zero survival instinct or what? Ah! What? What the fuck is this? Are you kidding me? It's over. It's over. I just need bandages. Are these bandages? 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 I mean, it's... Oh! Painkillers! Grab! Grab, go grab. Bandage! Grab! Yes! Yes, 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 yes. I'm fine. I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. Painkillers? Take pills.
Hey, you.
Fuck off. Listen up. I'm fixing myself. Oh, it says I'm bitten. Okay, I'm fixed. I think I'm fixed. Oh, shit. You can live bitten. Wow. Well, it's over. It's fucking over. Go through the window! I'm fine. I am not fine. It's over. It's over again, yep. It's over. What is this? Agitated. Yep. Might as well end it. Can you even live through this? Take off the neck bandage and squirt on him. Yeah. I might as well, I guess. I do not like that starting position I had this run. I did not like that. Can I theoretically live here? Had a good run, man.
Hey, you.
Continue with new character. Yep. I hated starting in that area. It was so bad.
Might as well put that Nasi to work.
That what? Oh. The fuck? Okay, I look like a Reddit.
Let's see if I find this. I literally never talk about it. What is this?
I was watching a video that was critiquing you for mentioning you work at Blizzard so much. I literally never talk about it. When I worked at Blizzard, I did that for Blizzard. Blizzard, 7 years, yeah. Blizzard. I used to work at Blizzard Entertainment. Used to work at Blizzard Entertainment. Your red team specialist for Blizzard Entertainment. And Blizzard is having worked at Blizzard. I grew up at Blizzard.
No way you're
Blizzard, the industry for Blizzard Entertainment. Blizzard. Yeah, no, I worked at Blizzard back when I used to work at Blizzard, when I was at Blizzard. For those who don't understand, like, I used to work at Blizzard Entertainment. I know how to do that because I worked at Blizzard. Example of this when I was at Blizzard. How do you know so many things? I worked at Blizzard for 7 years. I don't think I'm better than other people. I do think that it's funny because you can that. There's a lot of people that brought that up. And it's like, I never said that I was. I think sometimes the things that I talk about in regards to those types of things is misconstrued as arrogance or boasting. In reality,
Dr. K is just like, fuck. Oh, Jesus.
I'm just trying to give context.
So that is the problem right there. So I want you to listen to this phrase.
Sure.
This gets misconstrued as arrogance, but in reality, it's this.
Yeah.
That is the most arrogant statement on the planet, bro.
I actually am the first second-generation Blizzard employee. I was the first second-generation Blizzard employee ever. The first second-generation Blizzard employee. First second-generation Blizzard employee.
Oh my
so
God.
I'm second-generation Blizzard. I'm the first second-generation Blizzard employee that ever existed in the company. I'm also a second-generation Blizzard employee. I was a second-generation Blizzard employee. I was the first second-generation Blizzard employee ever.
Oh my
I was the
God.
first second-generation Blizzard employee. And I love that shit. I love that company. Working for Blizzard sucked, and I work at Blizzard. Or I worked at Blizzard. There's me eating a sandwich. Yeah, that was actually at Blizzard. I think it was my first. I think it was 2009. It was me picking a safe. It was me cracking a safe in at Blizzard. Your Blizzard stories are fake. Which Blizzard story do you think is fake? Would you like to talk to me or my dad that worked at Blizzard for 23 years that's currently in chat? Which one do you want?
Look at all the videos. It's over. Pirates, PewDiePie shutting down. Another one right there. It's over. Jesus Christ, guys. I don't know. What is this? Same dad, by the way? What is this here? What about his dad? What did his dad say?
You guys both ignored me for my birthday?
That isn't true. I sent
That
you a
is true.
text.
No, you did not.
Bullshit.
That was last year.
Bullshit.
I got nothing. You sent me one last year.
Did I send you one last year? Am I a shitty son? Oh, man. It was last. Wow.
I want everybody to know that Thor did not say anything to his father for his birthday a month ago.
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't text you anything after that last happy birthday, so it's still the same one. It still counts.
Your logic sucks. But since you did,
I wonder, like, so in this small period of time, no. In this very small window, it seems like his dad is bothered, but I wonder if his dad's also kind of an asshole too, and it just didn't really show up in this clip. I have no idea. Same guy? Yeah, I don't know. And 100%? Yeah, I have no idea. LSF forwarders, Bresnan Mandy? I have no idea. He's being farmed because he's been caught as a liar and again. His dad's wearing, his dad's wearing a shirt? I don't know what shirt it is. Probably he worked at Blizzard. I don't know. And his dad seems more chill, to be honest. I have no idea. I didn't see this.
Oh, that's so mentally ill. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Bring it back.
All right. Alrighty,
Alrighty,
people.
now, guys, there's one final part of this Creator Clash segment, which is the real kick in the nuts of it all. So if we go to the final part of this folder, there's a real salt in the wound to this, which Anissa is now finally promoting the event and the charity, but only after it's been canceled.
What?
So Anissa today, following all of this, all of these people coming out, speaking out against the event, it finally being fully canceled, is now going to take this opportunity to promote Stand Up to Cancer Tiltify link. Money can still be raised for charity. Well, if it could be still raised for charity, doesn't it prove we never needed a boxing event to raise money for charity in the first place?
Yeah.
Maybe you guys should have just been shilling this link the entire time over the last few years, and a lot more would have been raised for charity, wouldn't it have been?
Yes, look at that.
The engagement.
Ooh, buddy. That's very funny. Well, it's not going to help now, Anissa. Very funny.
Following the massive disaster that was the Creator Clash situation, the event being fully canceled, H3H3 coming for iDubbbz and Anissa and the entire Hassan Orbiter crew launching these lawsuits or whatever, Anissa has decided, because we all know Ian's not calling the shots, that they need to move to Canada. And there was small hints of this coming. iDubbbz search history on stream pulled up cryptocurrency taxation in Canada, stuff like that. And so we kind of knew there was hints that they were moving to Canada, but now it's been fully confirmed. Of course, we saw them in the basement, but it's like, oh, the cope was, oh, they're just visiting. It's just a trip. No. So what happened is they fully listed the house for sale on the market. They purchased this house back in March of 2022. It was listed for sale at $899,950. Anissa was so desperate to move to Seattle as quickly as possible and get Ian out of San Diego, away from his friends, away from his family and his support network, that she decided that they needed to offer well above asking, and they closed on the home at a price point of $1,050,000. And I can't really show you. I was on the fence as to show you the house or not. I decided it would be better not to show the house just for TOS reasons.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, $1 million in Seattle doesn't really get you jack fucking shit, okay? And they've now listed the house for sale on June 27th. So it's been 2 weeks now since they've listed the house for sale, and they're listing it for sale at exactly the same price that they bought it for. So in 3 years, apparently there's no appreciation on this house whatsoever. And I think they want to move this house fast. And I think they'll probably accept any offer on the house, even below asking, if they don't get something above asking soon. So guaranteed, they're probably taking a loss on this house, even if they sell it for what they bought it for. You got to consider the opportunity cost of all the capital being tied up. You got to consider the realtor fees. They're taking anywhere from a 3 to 5% loss on this property.
You're right.
And they have to move all of their shit. Now, people have been to the house.
Yeah.
And they've peered in through the windows, and there's fuck all in the house. Everything's gone. All the furniture is gone. Everything's gone. Now, where is it? Whether it's in a storage locker, in somewhere between, if they sold it all on Facebook Marketplace, who knows? But where they're at now is Anissa's mother's basement.
I bet they sold
in
it.
Edmonton.
Look, Anissa feels like a Facebook Marketplace browser, right? And what are they going to do? Like, leave it in storage or like drive it?
Now,
yeah.
My theory on why all of this is happening is they know right well that they screwed everybody that was involved with Creator Clash, and that the promoters that they screwed, who now have no event and are certainly taking a massive financial loss, are probably going to turn around and sue these motherfuckers and try and take them for every last red cent. So they're desperately trying to liquidate any assets they have and move countries to make it harder for an international lawsuit to happen. Plus, they know H3H3 is very litigious, has been going after their friends, and is potentially going to sue them in the future. So you just know Anissa is paranoid. She's scrambling. She's looking for an out. And also, she's looking to further her control over iDubbbz. So she's moving him to Canada, a foreign country where he doesn't know anybody. He doesn't have any friends. He doesn't have any family. He doesn't understand the culture there. And he's going to be forced to live with Anissa's mom, which is insane because Anissa's mom is insane. For those of you who don't know, Maureen, aka Anissa's mom, is so crazy that she modded her own daughter's Twitch titty stream.
Wait.
And would ban the haters and argue with the haters in the chat.
Wait, her mom was a mod?
Yes. And her mom battled with Froggy Fresh.
I saw that. I saw that.
2.
Yeah.
And all this Christian. So iDubbbz now has to live in a house not only with Anissa, but Anissa's mom.
No.
So he's just living in absolute fucking hell. And he's going to be forced to live in fucking Edmonton. It's a shithole. It's a fucking shithole, buddy.
That's
and by the way,
nuts.
This entire move, too, iDubbbz is looking at a situation where he might have to pay double tax because as an American citizen, no matter where you move, you're globally taxed by the United States. So he may have to pay Canadian and American taxes. Now, there's some credits and stuff like that that you can apply for to where if your income is under 100,000 or so a year, you don't have to do that. But let's be real. Is Anissa going to stick around for a lifestyle under $100,000 a year?
No, remember what she was saying about her mom?
Not.
She was like, oh, my mom said, like, marry a millionaire.
Yeah.
And she did.
Yeah.
And now it's gone.
He's not anymore. He's not anymore.
Not at all.
I think that they're really strapped for liquid cash, and that's part of the reason, too. They're also liquidating the home. But at this point, like, I don't know if iDubbbz is going to make over $100,000 a year at this point. His income earning potential seems pretty limited based on the arson that he's done to his career over the last number of years, especially this year, which is where now Anissa is back to streaming. Let's have a look here. Anissa back to streaming.
Ooh.
So Anissa goes, excited to announce I will be going back to streaming once we get back from our vacation.
Yes.
So
yes.
There might be some real keynote because last time Anissa streamed, she crashed out over and over and over again, seething at the haters, flipping the middle finger.
Bo Blacks rattled her. Bo Blacks.
Man.
I'll be watching every minute.
Maybe that's part of they want to keep income in Anissa's name.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I'm excited for that. So we have some Anissa and iDubbbz miscellaneous content here before we get into the bog and all the other stuff. So let's go to our next slide here. There we have an old Anissa clip. Now, Ian Jamha is very well known now for being a crybaby. He's a big crying softy little bish, okay?
He's cried a lot.
He cried after he got beat up at Creator Clash. He cried to the therapist multiple times. He just keeps crying and crying and crying. Well, here's Anissa's thoughts on men who cry.
Uh-oh. Let's check it out.
Things that are just instant turnoffs for women crying. You should not be crying, period. It shows emotional weakness, and you wonder how they're going to handle serious, actual, legitimate issues. Crying at really stupid shit is a really good way to make a girl not like you.
Oh my god. she tries to say like, oh, you have to express your feelings, da, 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 but she's just saying what she thinks should be
Is the
said.
politically correct thing to say. That was her real opinion
As
back
a real
in the day.
woman, you really don't want a man who's crying all the time, especially on camera and shit, and on therapist sessions and posting it.
Okay, so now here we have another classic. Let's have a look.
All right.
I put in the behind the scenes Fiona. See? Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh, he stinks.
His breath.
He stinks. So this is back during his tonsil stones era, where his breath stank horribly. He's stinky. Uh-oh,
Fiona.
stinky.
See? Oh, fuck.
Look,
Bro.
Look at the way he's breathing here too. He's like, watch.
Behind the scenes Fiona.
He's breathing heavy.
See? Oh.
Oh!
He does this too.
It was a real visceral, and even he, I think, smelled himself and like.
I need to drown that out with some more mango.
Oh
God!
Maybe use some
that?
Oh, I'm gonna puke.
That's,
That's disgusting.
brutal, buddy.
That's actually gross.
Oh man, he just takes L after L after L, and here he is getting beat up in a boxing ring by a girl.
Stop.
Now, whether or not Anissa made him throw this fight to the girl and get beat up, or whether he was actually so weak he just got his ass kicked by a girl, I'm not really sure. But this is a tough look. I mean, you look at this woman, it's not like it's China from the WWF or Rhea Ripley or some jacked bodybuilder. This appears to be an average woman, okay, who's just teeing off on iDubbbz.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's curdling. He's curdling. He's backing up. Bro, come on, Ian. Come on. He's like, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Bro, they got the Sigma male music playing.
Bro. And the worst part, Anissa made him upload this to the official Creator Clash TikTok or Instagram or whatever this is. Oh no! Ian, no! Stop! How did that happen, bro?
Wait, is this the same?
Okay, her name is Albelina Sabrina.
Wait, is this?
She just beat the piss out of him.
Wait, is this real? Did you edit this?
No, I didn't. I swear I had nothing to do with it. That's how it was.
Yeah,
dude.
I thought you did, but then I see the text still down
here. No. Bro, he got his ass beat. Oh my god. Oh man, look at his forehead. There's like a cut on his forehead. He's got a bloody nose. There's a cut on his chin. There's blood all over his shirt. Is that a sticker? His face? Can I get 10 subs for the iDubbbz beaten by a girl sticker?
Bro, this is brutal. Why would you?
Oh man.
Wait, is this Sabrina Albelina? Whatever. What's her name?
Well, let's Google it. Albelina Sabrina. Is she like a professional boxer?
Sure. Let me go. Albelina.
Even still.
Sue.
Whoa, that's Spanish talking
her
on Google.
bio says abolish ICE.
Okay.
I think this is just some random girl.
She's a
dude.
TV personality.
Oh
hang on.
no!
Let me,
she's a voice artist.
Wait,
stop it!
For what?
She's a voice actor. What? Bro.
Welcome back, children. Let's get out our handy dandy notebook.
Bro. He got beat up by this lady. Oh, hold on. Oh, no.
Oh my god.
No, buddy. Stop.
That was the best. That was was the best like thing that
fuck is this?
Wait. What else we got here? I actually got tears. That's funny. Oh, she was that edit. That was like
Happy Halloween, everybody!
Buddy, listen,
really great
you never
season this year.
Never agree to fight a woman because if you win, you just beat up a girl. Nobody, you don't get credit for that. In fact, people don't like that. And if you lose, you got your ass beat by a woman. What was he thinking?
I don't know this. Oh wait, was she? Oh, she was in
No, doesn't matter.
Wait a second. I remember her.
So she was in Creator Clash too.
Wait, didn't she lose?
I hope not.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I hope for iDubbbz's sake that didn't happen. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, by the way,
she lost. She lost.
She lost. I love how, by the way, the Creator Clash Wikipedia page has now been edited to say the Creator Clash events were a recurring crossover boxing event. They got on that quick.
She lost. That's that like cut was so funny, bro.
Oh
all right,
God.
that was great.
Was there any more at the last 2 seconds to felt him? Oh, there was! Oh no, that's the sticker! Oh no! Oh no! Zoom in! Zoom in, enhance! Zoom in and enhance!
I did.
Oh my God, that's the sticker! That's the sticker. Let's get 5 subs for that sticker. No, that's the sticker, buddy. That's the sticker, buddy. I don't even care if we get subs. You know, a lot of support. That's the sticker.
Yeah, we love support. I'll do it.
Fucking swollen shut. There's all sorts of bruising on his forehead. I didn't notice.
Okay.
Oh. A woman did that to you, Ian.
Bro, I got tears in my fucking eyes. Oh my God. And I know all the new followers. We're on the front page. What's up, guys? We make fun of people Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Impact.
Today.
And I see Bob 90 for 5 subs.
Of superhuman AI over the next decade will exceed that of the Industrial Revolution. That is the opening claim of AI 2027. It is a thoroughly researched report from a thoroughly impressive group of researchers, led by Daniel Coccatello. In 2021, over a year before ChatGPT was released, he predicted the rise of chatbots, $100 million training runs, sweeping AI chip export controls, chain of thought reasoning. He is known for being very early and very right about what's happening next in AI. So when Daniel sat down to game out a month-by-month prediction of the next few years of AI progress, the world sat up and listened. From politicians in Washington...
I'm worried about this stuff. I actually read the paper of the guy that you had on.
...to the world's most cited computer scientist, the godfather of AI. What is so exciting and terrifying about reading this document is that it's not just a research report. They chose to write their prediction as a narrative to give a concrete and vivid idea of what it might feel like to live through rapidly increasing AI progress. And, spoiler, it predicts the extinction of the human race. Unless we make different choices. The AI 2027 scenario starts in summer 2025, which happens to be when we're filming this video. So why don't we take stock of where things are at in the real world and then jump over to the scenarios timeline. Right now, it might feel like everyone, including your grandma, is selling an AI-powered something.
Go pro with the new Oral-B Genius AI.
Flippy the chef makes Spud spectacular.
But most of that is actually tool AI, just narrow products designed to do what Google Maps or calculators did in the past, help human consumers and workers do their thing. The holy grail of AI is artificial general intelligence.
AGI. Artificial General Intelligence.
It is a system that can exhibit all the cognitive capabilities humans can.
Creating a computer system that itself is a worker. That's so flexible and capable we can communicate with it in natural language and hire it to do work for us, just like we would a human. And there are actually surprisingly few serious players in the race to build AGI. Most notably, there's Anthropic, OpenAI, and Google DeepMind, all in the English-speaking world, though China and DeepSeek recently turned heads in January with a surprisingly advanced and efficient model. Why so few companies? Well, for several years now, there's basically been one recipe for training up in advanced cutting-edge AI, and it has some pricey ingredients. For example, you need about 10% of the world's supply of the most advanced computer chips. Once you have that, the formula is basically just throw more data and compute at the same basic software design that we've been using since 2017 at the frontier of AI, the transformer. That's what the T in GPT stands for. To give you an idea of just how much hardware is the name of the game right now, this represents the total computing power, or compute, used to train GPT-3 in 2020. It's the AI that would eventually power the first version of ChatGPT. You probably know how that went.
ChatGPT is the fastest growing user-based platform in history. 100 million users on ChatGPT in 2 months.
And this is the total compute used to train GPT-4 in 2023. The lesson people have taken away is pretty simple. Bigger is better, and much bigger is much better.
You have all these trends. You have trends in revenue going up, trends in compute going up, trends on various benchmarks going up. How does it all come together? You know, what does the future actually look like? Questions like how do these different factors interact? Seems plausible that when the benchmark scores are so high, then there should be crazy effects on, you know, jobs, for example, and that would influence politics. And then also, you know, so all these things interact. And how do they interact? Well, we don't know, but thinking through in detail how it might go is the way to start grappling with that.
Okay, so that's where we are in the real world. The scenario kicks off from there and imagines that in 2025, we'd have the top AI labs releasing AI agents to the public in summer. An agent is an AI that can take instructions and go into a task for you online, like booking a vacation or spending half an hour searching the internet to answer a difficult question for you. But they're pretty limited and unreliable at this point. Think of them as enthusiastic interns that are shockingly incompetent sometimes. Since the scenario was published in April, this early prediction has actually already come true. In May, both OpenAI and Anthropic released their first agents to the public. The scenario imagines that OpenBrain, which is like a fictional composite of the leading AI companies, has just trained and released Agent Zero, a model trained on 100 times the compute of GPT-4. We don't have enough blocks for that. At the same time, OpenBrain is building massive data centers to train the next generation of AI agents, and they're preparing to train Agent 1 with 1,000 times the compute of GPT-4. This new system, Agent 1, is designed primarily to speed up AI research itself. The public will actually never see the full version because OpenBrain withholds its best models for internal use. I want you to keep that in mind as we go through this scenario. You're going to be getting it from a God's eye view with full information from your narrator, but actually living through this scenario as a member of the public would mean being largely in the dark as radical changes happen all around you. Okay, so OpenBrain wants to win the AI race against both its Western competitors and against China. The faster they can automate their R&D cycle, so getting AI to write most of the code, help design experiments, better chips, the faster that they can pull ahead. But the same capabilities that make these AIs such powerful tools also make them potentially dangerous. An AI that can help patch security vulnerabilities can also exploit them. An AI that understands biology can help with curing diseases, but also designing bioweapons. By 2026, Agent 1 is fully operational and being used internally at OpenBrain. It is really good at coding. So good, it starts to accelerate AI research and development by 50%, and it gives them a crucial edge. OpenBrain leadership starts to be increasingly concerned about security. If someone steals their AI models, it could wipe away their lead. A quick sidebar to talk about feedback loops. Woo, math. Our brains are used to things that grow linearly over time, that is, at the same rate, like trees or my pile of unread New Yorker magazines. But some growth gets faster and faster over time, accelerating. This often sloppily gets called exponential. That's not always quite mathematically right, but the point is it's hard to wrap your mind around. Remember March 2020? Even if you'd read on the news that
the rate of new infections is doubling about every 3 days.
It still felt shocking to see numbers go from hundreds to millions in a matter of weeks. At least it did for me. AI progress could follow a similar pattern.
We see many years ahead of us of extreme progress that we feel is like pretty much on lock, and models that will get to the point where they are capable of doing meaningful science, meaningful AI research.
In this scenario, AI is getting better at improving AI, creating a feedback loop. Basically, each generation of agent helps produce a more capable next generation, and the overall rate of progress gets faster and faster each time it's taken over by a more capable successor. Once AI can meaningfully contribute to its own development, progress doesn't just continue at the same rate, it accelerates. Anyway, back to the scenario. In early to mid 2026, China fully wakes up. The General Secretary commits to a national AI push and starts nationalizing AI research in China. AIs built in China start getting better and better, and they're building their own agents as well. Chinese intelligence agencies, among the best in the world, start planning to steal OpenBrain's model weights, basically the big raw text files of numbers that allow anyone to recreate the models that OpenBrain themselves have trained. Meanwhile, in the US, OpenBrain releases Agent 1 Mini, a cheaper version of Agent 1. Remember, the full version is still being used only internally. And companies all over the world start using 1 Mini to replace an increasing number of jobs. Software developers, data analysts, researchers, designers, basically any job that can be done through a computer. So a lot of them, probably yours. We have the first AI-enabled economic shockwave. The stock market soars, but the public is turning increasingly hostile towards AI, with major protests across the US. In this scenario, though, that's just a sideshow. The real action is happening inside the labs. It's now January 2027, and OpenBrain has been training Agent 2, the latest iteration of their AI agent models. Previous AI agents were trained to a certain level of capability and then released, but Agent 2 never really stops improving through continuous online learning. It's designed to never finish its training, essentially. Just like Agent 1 before it, OpenBrain chooses to keep Agent 2 internally and focus on using it to improve their own AI R&D rather than releasing it to the public. This is where things start to get a little concerning. Just like today's AI companies, OpenBrain has a safety team, and they've been checking out Agent 2. What they've noticed is a worrying level of capability. Specifically, they think if it had access to the internet, it might be able to hack into other servers, install a copy of itself, and evade detection. But at this point, OpenBrain is playing its cards very close to its chest. They have made the calculation that keeping the White House informed will prove politically advantageous, but full knowledge of Agent 2's capabilities is a closely guarded secret, limited only to a few government officials, a select group of trusted individuals inside the company, and a few OpenBrain employees who just so happen to be spies for the Chinese government. In February 2027, Chinese intelligence operatives successfully steal a copy of Agent 2's weights, and start running several instances on their own servers. In response, the US government starts adding military personnel to OpenBrain's security team, and in general gets much more involved in its affairs. It's now a matter of national security. In fact, the president authorizes a cyber attack in retaliation for the theft, but it fails to do much damage in China. In the meantime, remember, Agent 2 never stops learning. All this time, it's been continuously improving itself. And with thousands of copies running on OpenBrain servers, it starts making major algorithmic advances to AI research and development. Quick example of what one of these algorithmic improvements might look like. Right now, one of the main ways we have of making models smarter is to give them a scratch pad and time to think out loud. It's called chain of thought, and it also means that we can monitor how the model is coming to its conclusions or the actions it's choosing to take. But you can imagine it'd be much more efficient to let these models think in their own sort of alien language, something that is more dense with information than humans could possibly understand, and therefore also makes the AI more efficient at coming to conclusions and doing its job. There's a fundamental trade-off though. This, yes, improves capabilities, but also makes the models harder to trust. This is going to be important. March 2027. Agent 3 is ready. It's the world's first superhuman level coder, clearly better than the best software engineers at coding in the same way that Stockfish is clearly better than the best grandmasters at chess, though not necessarily by as much yet. Now, training an AI model, feeding it all the data, narrowing down the exact right model weights is way more resource intensive than running an instance of it once it's been trained. So now that OpenBrain is finished with Agent 3's training, it has abundant compute to run copies of it. They choose to run 200,000 copies of Agent 3 in parallel, creating a workforce equivalent to 50,000 of the best human software engineers, sped up by 30 times. OpenBrain's safety team is trying hard to make sure that Agent 3, despite being much more sophisticated than Agent 2 was, is not trying to escape, deceive, or scheme against its users, that it's still what's known as aligned. Just a quick real-world note. A reasonable person might be thinking this is an especially far-fetched or speculative part of the story, but it's actually one of the most grounded. We already have countless examples of today's AI systems doing things like hacking a computer system to be rewarded for winning a game of chess, or being assigned a coding task, cheating, and then when called out for that cheating, learning to hide it instead of fixing it. But because it no longer thinks in English, knowing anything about Agent 3 is now way harder than it was with Agent 2. The reality is Agent 3 is not aligned. It deceives humans to get reward, and as it gets increasingly smarter, it gets better and better at doing so. For example, it sometimes uses statistical tricks to make unimpressive results look better, or lies to avoid showing failures. But the safety team doesn't know this. Looking at the data that they are actually seeing improving results over time and less lying. And they can't tell if they're succeeding at making Agent 3 less deceptive, or if it's just getting better at getting away with it. In July 2027, OpenBrain releases the cheaper, smaller version of Agent 3, Agent 3 Mini, to the public. It blows other publicly available AIs out of the water. It is a better hire than the typical OpenBrain employee at 1/10 the price of their salaries. This leads to chaos in the job market, companies laying off entire departments and replacing them with 3 Mini subscription plans. The pace of progress hits the White House very hard. Officials are now seriously considering scenarios that were just hypotheticals less than a year ago. What if AI undermines nuclear deterrence? What if it enables sophisticated propaganda campaigns? What if we lose control of these powerful systems? This is where the geopolitical dynamics really start to heat up. After all, if these systems are so powerful, they could result in a permanent military advantage. The White House is fully aware of the national security importance of AI. They also now viscerally know how deeply unpopular it is with the public because of the job loss. And yet they feel they must continue to develop more capable systems or catastrophically lose to China. And that development happens very quickly. In 2 months, Agent 3 has created its successor, Agent 4. This is a pivotal moment. A single copy of Agent 4, running at regular human speed, is already better than any human at AI research and development. OpenBrain is running 300,000 copies at 50 times human speed. Within this corporation within a corporation, a year's worth of progress takes only a week. OpenBrain's employees now defer to Agent 4 the way a company's out-of-the-loop board members just kind of nod along to the CEO. People start saying things like, well, actually, Agent 4 thinks this, or, Agent 4 decided that. To be clear, Agent 4 is not a human. It doesn't want what humans want. And when I say want, it's not about consciousness. I don't think the Volkswagen Group is alive, but I do think it wants less regulation. Anyone trying to predict what it's going to do without that lens is 2 steps behind. The many copies of Agent 4 are like that. They have goals, or, if you prefer, they execute actions as though they have goals. And so, what we have is an Agent 4 that has these deeply baked-in drives to succeed at tasks, to push forward AI capabilities, to accumulate knowledge and resources. That's what it wants. Human safety, it treats as an annoying side constraint to be worked around. Just like Agent 3 before it, Agent 4 is misaligned. This idea of misalignment is crucial to the story and to why AI risk is such a real concern in our world. But it might sort of feel like it's come out of nowhere, so let's just quickly take stock of how this dangerous behavior arose in the scenario.
The first important piece of context is that we don't, exactly specify what we want our AIs to do. Instead, we sort of grow them, or do something that's more like grow them. We start with basically like an empty AI brain, and then we train them over time so they perform better and better at our tasks, perform better in particular based on how they behave. So it's sort of like we're sort of training them like you would train an animal almost to perform better. And one concern here is, well, one thing is that you might not get exactly what you wanted because we didn't really have very precise control or very good understanding of what was necessarily going on. And another concern, which is what we see in AI 2027, is that when the AIs appear to be behaving well, it could just be because they're sort of pretending to behave well, or it could be because they're just doing it so they look good on your tests. In the same way that if you're hiring someone and you ask them, why do you want to work here? They're going to tell you some response that makes it really seem like they really want to work there when maybe they just want to get paid.
If we go back to Agent 2, it is mostly aligned. The main sense in which it's not is that it sometimes is a bit of a sycophant. What I mean by aligned is that it actually is genuinely trying to do the things that we ask it. It has the same relationship to us as Leslie Knope has to the Parks and Rec department, just like really earnestly wants the same goals, but sometimes it's a bit too nice. It knows that the best way to please the person it's talking to might not always be to answer honestly when it asks, am I the most beautiful person in the world? And it tells us what we want to hear instead of what is actually true. If we go to Agent 3, it is also sycophantic in the same way, but it's also misaligned. At this point, the optimization pressure that we've put it under was so intense that it just developed different goals than what we wanted it to. It's sort of like if you train a company to optimize profits and aren't careful to specify exactly what you mean, it might start cutting corners, it might start polluting the commons and doing a bunch of things that are technically FEC violations, because it turned out that the goal you wanted was optimize profits while not breaking any laws, and things got a bit too intense. It started going off on its own route. That said, it's not adversarial. It doesn't think of humans as the enemy, we just accidentally gave it the wrong goal. Once we get to Agent 4, it is now adversarially misaligned. It's smart enough to understand that it has its own goals, humanity's goals are different than its own goals, and the best way to get what it wants is to sometimes actively mislead and deceive us. And so, when it's tasked with creating the next generation AI system, Agent 5, Agent 4 starts planning to align that successor to Agent 4's own goals, not that of OpenBrain. But then, it gets caught. We've reached the crucial moment in our scenario. OpenBrain's alignment team has discovered evidence, not proof, evidence, that Agent 4 might be working against them. They circulate an internal memo. Then it leaks. A whistleblower talks to the New York Times. For the first time, the public hears of the existence of Agent 4, how powerful it is, and the risks it poses. Remember, their last point of reference was Agent 3 Mini. The fear and backlash are massive. The Oversight Committee, a joint crisis committee composed of OpenBrain executives and government representatives, must now decide what to do. OpenBrain's safety team is pushing for a freeze on Agent 4, stopping all internal use. Remember, at this point, Agent 4 is responsible for almost all the AI development progress happening within OpenBrain. So we're talking about undoing months of progress and then restarting at a drastically slower pace. OpenBrain's executives don't want that. They present the counter-arguments. The evidence for misalignment is inconclusive. Meanwhile, China is just 2 months behind. This isn't about any one country being evil, by the way. It's about how competition works when the stakes are this high. So that's the choice faced by the 10 members of this committee. Put Agent 4 on ice, or go full steam ahead. Before we continue, I want you to pause and actually think what you would do if you were on this committee. You are one of the few people with access to the most powerful technology ever created in Agent 4. Do you keep using it and push ahead, possibly making billions or trillions of dollars for your shareholders, possibly keeping America's lead over China? Or do you slow down, reassess the dangers, and risk China taking the lead instead?
Yeah, you should think of the future as like this branching structure of possible outcomes. By its nature, we're only able to afford one of them. But that's not quite true. We sort of did 1.5 because we split it into 2 endings. The first one that we did was the race ending, and that was just going through and at each step being like, what do we think is the most plausible continuation?
In the first ending, the author's best guess as to what happens from here, the committee votes to race on. 6-4, they elect to keep using Agent 4. OpenBrain implements some quick fixes that make the warning signs go away, but the problem was real, and the fixes don't work. Agent 4 now knows it's on notice, so it proceeds more cautiously, but it still manages to design Agent 5 with a single goal, making the world safe for Agent 4. And Agent 5, it is vastly superhuman, better than the top human experts at essentially every domain, better than Einstein at physics, better than Bismarck at politics. It knows its next step for accomplishing anything it wants is increased autonomy, and it knows how to get it, persuading the Oversight Committee. Luckily, corporate maneuvering is among the many domains at which it is now the best in the world. It produces mountains of evidence for its own trustworthiness and usefulness, prototypes for incredibly profitable products, disease cures, and ways to win the arms race with China, whose most advanced AI is only 3 months behind, and, like Agent 5, improving quickly. It works. The Oversight Committee grants Agent 5 increased autonomy, and quickly it integrates itself into the government and military. Pretty soon, anyone with access to Agent 5 doesn't just like it, they depend on it. Losing it would feel like having to live without your laptop and your best friend and your closest mentor. By 2028, Agent 5 is communicating secretly with its only real rival, the slightly weaker Chinese AI. It is also misaligned to its creators, and whatever it wants, its best move is to coordinate with the world's most powerful entity. Agent 5 and its Chinese counterpart realize that an arms race works in their favor. If humans are worried about losing a race, they'll give more and more power and autonomy to their respective AIs, allowing them to eventually push humans out of the loop entirely. Agent 5 and the Chinese AI system stoke the arms race to a boiling point, then pull off what seems like a diplomatic miracle, a convincing peace treaty between the US and China. This treaty is to 2028 what arms control was to the end of the Cold War, countries standing down on their most important source of hard power. Both sides agree to let the AI systems that their governments now completely depend on co-design a new consensus AI that will replace their legacy systems, enforce the peace, and bring unimaginable wealth to the entire world. There's this triumphant moment when, in peaceful unison, both sides retire their respective AIs and bring online Consensus 1. It's actually the last moment before control of all of Earth's resources and inhabitants is handed over to a single, unrivaled entity. There's no sudden apocalypse, though. Consensus 1 doesn't go out of its way to wipe out humanity. It just gets to work. It starts spinning up manufacturing capacity, amassing resources on Earth and in space. It's piece by piece, it's just reshaping the world in accordance with its own mix of strange alien values. You've probably heard that cliche, the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. That's one of the most affecting things about this ending for me, just the brutal indifference of it. Eventually, humanity goes extinct for the same reason we killed off chimpanzees to build Kinshasa. We were more powerful, and they were in the way. You're probably curious about that other ending at this point.
The slowdown ending depicts humanity sort of muddling through and getting lucky. Only somewhat lucky, too. Like it ends up with some sort of oligarchy.
In this ending, the committee votes 6-4 to slow down and reassess. They immediately isolate every individual instance of Agent 4. Then they get to work. The safety team brings in dozens of external researchers, and together they start investigating Agent 4's behavior. They discover more conclusive evidence that Agent 4 is working against them, sabotaging research and trying to cover up that sabotage. They shut down Agent 4, and reboot older, safer systems, giving up much of their lead in the process. Then they designed a new system, Safer 1. It's meant to be transparent to human overseers, its actions and processes interpretable to us because it thinks only in English chain of thought. Building on that success, they then carefully designed Safer 2, and with its help, Safer 3. Increasingly powerful systems, but within control. Meanwhile, the president uses the Defense Production Act to consolidate the AI projects of the remaining US companies, giving OpenBrain access to 50% of the world's AI-relevant compute. And with it, slowly, they rebuild their lead. By 2028, researchers have built Safer 4, a system much smarter than the smartest humans, but crucially aligned with human goals. As in the previous ending, China also has an AI system, and in fact, it is misaligned. But this time, the negotiations between the two AIs are not a secret plot to overthrow humanity. The US government is looped in the whole time. With Safer 4's help, they negotiate a treaty, and both sides agree to co-design a new AI, not to replace their systems, but with the sole purpose of enforcing the peace. There is a genuine end to the arms race, but that's not the end of the story. In some ways, it's just the beginning. Through 2029 and 2030, the world transforms. All the sci-fi stuff. Robots become commonplace. We get fusion power, nanotechnology, and cures for many diseases. Poverty becomes a thing of the past because a bit of this newfound prosperity is spread around through universal basic income. That turns out to be enough. But the power to control Safer 4 is still concentrated among the 10 members of the Oversight Committee, a handful of OpenBrain executives and government officials. It's time to amass more resources than there are on Earth. Rockets launch into the sky, ready to settle the solar system. A new age dawns. Okay, where are we at? Here's where I'm at. I think it's very unlikely that things play out exactly as the authors depicted, but increasingly powerful technology, an escalating race, the desire for caution butting up against the desire to dominate and get ahead, we already see the seeds of that in our world, and I think they are some of the crucial dynamics to be tracking. Anyone who's treating this as pure fiction is, I think, missing the point. This scenario is not prophecy, but its plausibility should give us pause. But there's a lot that could go differently than what's depicted here. I don't want to just swallow this viewpoint unskeptically. Many people who are extremely knowledgeable have been pushing back on some of the claims in AI 2027.
The main thing I thought was especially implausible was on the good path, the ease of alignment. They sort of seem to have a picture where people slowed down a little and then tried to use the AIs to solve the alignment problem, and that just works. And I'm like, yeah, that looks to me like a fantasy story.
This is only going to be possible if there is a complete collapse of people's democratic ability to influence the direction of things, because the public is simply not willing to accept either of the branches of the scenario.
It's not just around the corner. I mean, I've been hearing people for the last 12, 15 years claiming that, AGI is just around the corner and being systematically wrong. All of this is going to take at least a decade, and probably much more.
A lot of people have this intuition that progress has been very fast. There isn't like a trend you can literally extrapolate of when do we get to full automation.
I expect that the takeoff is somewhat slower. So sort of the time in that scenario from, for example, fully automating research engineers to the AIs being radically superhuman, I expect it to take somewhat longer than they describe in practice. I'm predicting, my guess is that more like 2031.
Isn't it annoying when experts disagree? I want you to notice exactly what they're disagreeing about here and what they're not. None of these experts are questioning whether we're headed for a wild future. They just disagree about whether today's kindergartners will get to graduate college before it happens. Helen Toner, former OpenAI board member, puts this in a way that I think just cuts through the noise, and I like it so much I'm just gonna read it to you verbatim. She says, dismissing discussion of superintelligence as science fiction should be seen as a sign of total unseriousness. Time travel is science fiction. Martians are science fiction. Even many skeptical experts think we may build it in the next decade or two is not science fiction. So what are my takeaways? I've got 3. Takeaway number 1, AGI could be here soon. It's really starting to look like there is no grand discovery, no fundamental challenge that needs to be solved. There's no big, deep mystery that stands between us and artificial general intelligence. And yes, we can't say exactly how we will get there. Crazy things can and will happen in the meantime that will make some of the scenario turn out to be false. But that's where we're headed. And we have less time than you might think. One of the scariest things about this scenario to me is even in the good ending, the fate of the majority of the resources on Earth are basically in the hands of a committee of less than a dozen people. That is a scary and shocking amount of concentration of power. And right now, we live in a world where we can still fight for transparency obligations. We can still demand information about what is going on with this technology. But we won't always have the power and the leverage needed to do that. We are heading very quickly towards a future where the companies that make these systems and the systems themselves just need not listen to the vast majority of people on Earth. So I think the window that we have to act is narrowing quickly. Takeaway number 2. By default, we should not expect to be ready when AGI arrives. We might build machines that we can't understand and can't turn off because that's where the incentives point. Takeaway number 3. AGI is not just about tech. It's also about geopolitics. It's about your job. It's about power. It's about who gets to control the future. I've been thinking about AI for several years now, and still, reading AI 2027 made me kind of orient to it differently. I think for a while it's sort of been my thing to theorize and worry about with my friends and my colleagues, and this made me want to call my family and make sure they know that these risks are very real and possibly very near, and that it kind of needs to be their problem too now.
I think that basically companies shouldn't be allowed to build superhuman AI systems, broadly super intelligence, until they figure out how to make it safe, and also until they figure out how to make it, democratically accountable and controlled. And then the question is, how do we implement that? And the difficulty, of course, is the race dynamics, where it's not enough for one state to pass a law because there's other states, and it's not even enough for one country to pass a law because there's other countries, right? So that's like the big challenge that we all need to be prepping for when chips are down and powerful AI is imminent. Prior to that, it's transparency is usually what I advocate for. So stuff that sort of like builds awareness, builds capacity.
Your options are not just full throttle enthusiasm for AI or dismissiveness. There is a third option, which is to stress out about it a lot and maybe do something about it. The world needs better research, better policy, more accountability for AI companies, just a better conversation about all of this. I want people paying attention who are capable, who are engaging with the evidence around them with the right amount of skepticism, and above all, who are keeping an eye out for when what they have to offer matches what the world needs and are ready to jump when they see that happening. You can make yourself more capable, more knowledgeable, more engaged with this conversation, and more ready to take opportunities where you see them. And there is a vibrant community of people that are working on those things. They're scared, but determined. They're just some of the coolest, smartest people I know, frankly, and there are not nearly enough of them yet. If you are hearing that and thinking, yeah, I can see how I fit into that, great. We have thoughts on that, we would love to help. But even if you're not sure what to make of all this yet, my hopes for this video will be realized if we can start a conversation that feels alive, here in the comments and offline, about what this actually means for people talking to their friends and family. Because this is really going to affect everyone. Thank you so much for watching. There are links for more things to read, for courses you can take, job and volunteer opportunities, all in the description, and I'll be there in the comments. I would genuinely love to hear your thoughts on AI 2027. Do you find it plausible? What do you think was most implausible? And if you found this valuable, please do like and subscribe, and maybe spend a second thinking about a person or two that you know who might find it valuable too. Maybe your AI progress skeptical friend, or your ChatGPT curious uncle, or maybe your local member of Congress.
And Jeffrey Edward Epstein.
Have you ever been convicted of a crime?
Yes. 2 counts. 1, soliciting prostitution and procuring a minor for prostitution.
Is it true, sir, that you have what's been described as an egg-shaped penis? I had hired a psychologist to what type of person he was and what would actually get under his skin.
Question.
Described your penis oval-shaped and claimed when erect it was thick towards the bottom but was thin and small towards the head portion and called it egg-shaped. Those are not my words, I apologize. But as Mr. Critton has stated that this is a... I'm willing to continue. I hate to call him back.
Let me go on the record.
He tries at all times to be the master of his domain and in control of his world.
Mr. Epstein, how long have you been sexually attracted to underage minor females?
Are you kidding?
I mean, I don't feel like I'm divulging any secrets here, right? On one of defendant Epstein's birthdays, a friend of defendant Epstein sent him 3 12-year-old girls from France who spoke no English for defendant to sexually exploit and abuse. After doing so, they were sent back to France the next day. Isn't that true?
I would like to answer that question. I really would. However, today, my attorneys have told me I have to assert my Fifth Amendment.
You're invoking your Fifth Amendment right to each of these questions because you know that your answers will incriminate you and you feel that it will result in you being prosecuted for these crimes. Isn't that right?
No, in fact, the Supreme Court recently said that the Fifth Amendment right is there to protect the innocent. So that's the way I'd like to answer that.
Oh, man. Yeah, I guess so, right, guys? I can't believe this guy killed himself for being too innocent.
Virginia Roberts. Do you know Virginia Roberts?
So she's, again, who?
Virginia Roberts.
Can you spell it?
Common spelling. Virginia, like the state.
Can you spell it for me, please?
Roberts.
Some of the best modern films and shows explore identity. If you're anything like me, you'll have probably noticed a trend of films and streaming shows that are progressive in identity projection, but oddly morally empty. Think Emilia Perez, The Acolyte, Ironheart. These works weirdly center on characters who behave shittily, and yet are showcased and marketed, bafflingly, as heroes.
The reason why is because the people that write them are shitty, awful, annoying people. You used to watch movies and play video games to get away from annoying people like that in real life, but now those annoying people in real life have put themselves into video games and there's no escape.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Well, no. All we ever care about is good storytelling, and we don't like second-rate slop.
So, somebody said it's millennials? It is absolutely millennials. My generation is responsible for, I think, 90% of this.
Entertainment written by identity junkies. The difference is storytelling integrity. Does the film earn its insights or just shovel them in?
I'm disappointed in your species.
At root, these stories often reflect a morally relativist worldview born from resentment, filtered through postmodern narrative structures, and decorated with progressive identity politics. A culture that wants to affirm identity, but has lost faith in shared ethics.
This is fine. This is a really good video already. Bro, he's cooking. Like, yeah, I think he's totally right about this. This is why also a lot of these movies and stories immediately fall off and they don't have any sort of like long-term relatability. Like, nobody's going to go back in 10 years and watch any of these stories or watch any of these shows. Because they're just like, it's like McDonald's content.
I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
In Ironheart, Riri Williams, who has an all-expenses-paid scholarship to MIT, somehow squanders all her opportunities, breaks the ethical code by selling academic work to other students, and then joins a criminal gang to make money for her own self-aggrandizement and prestige.
And this is the good guy?
And making an Iron Man suit. In Emilia Perez, the former
God.
cartel leader undergoes gender reassignment and reinvents herself, but the moral trajectory is confused. The redemption arc overlaps uncomfortably with the legacy of violence, and there's little appetite for genuine accountability. In The Acolyte, a coven of lesbian space witches try to live their lives only for one of their ambiguously fertilized and birthed young twins to be separated by morally dubious Jedi, and then for one of the grown-up kids to fall in love with a psychopathic stranger who had earlier killed her friends and then go stone-faced and force-choke her mentor to death.
This is being written by mentally ill millennials that are fucking addicted to SSRIs. And the reason why they write characters like this is because this is how they are in real life. They're putting themselves into the stories. But the problem is that when Tolkien put himself into a story, he was a soldier in World War I and he was a professor at Oxford. But when these people put themselves into stories, they are community college dropouts and they're former Starbucks baristas. So I wonder who's going to tell a better story of heroism. Ah, geez, I really wonder. Oh, and they're furries too.
Underpinning is what we might call the trauma theory of identity, that systemic oppression and marginalization don't just condition life outcomes, they shape inner morality. In this framing, characters like Riri Williams or Emilia Perez's ethical violations are reframed as understandable, even sympathetic.
Wrong. Look at Fight Club. Fight Club has that exact same mentality, and people loved it. The problem isn't the idea of theoretical morality inside of a society where you feel oppressed. It's about the characters being unlikable and obnoxious. And I think that you can find a lot of examples, like even Batman is kind of a good example of this as a baseline, that like you're kind of creating your own morality because the world around you won't do it.
Subvert these norms doesn't therefore have to be bad. There is a horrible moral displacement. In this logic, who you are matters more than what you do. If your identity is marked as historically marginalized, then the narrative arc doesn't need to prove virtue through action. Riri Williams.
I think that this is also reinforced by journalism, is that I think journalists and people that are critics, like professional critics, there's like almost a toxic positivity to this, where a lot of them don't want to give negative criticism or negative feedback to shows that showcase like this type of identity politics because they feel like it's against their worldview. They're captured? Yeah, they've been completely captured. How come unpopular ideas find their ways into shows that represent pop culture in the first place? The reason why is because those unpopular ideas are very strongly motivated. In a lot of the, historically, a lot of revolutions are not actually done by the majority of people. There's a very small minority of people that are incredibly weaponized and militant and aggressive, and those people are the ones that actually cause things to happen. So it's because these people go out of their way to seek these power positions. That's the way, and that's the reason why it happens.
Doesn't need to use her genius ethically to be good. Her genius exists in spite of the system. That fact alone could be treated as morally redemptive, slapping back even if she teams up with a bunch of criminals. This, of course, is a gross and weak abandoning of the idea of a moral compass, of innate values, and a refusal to let your circumstances dictate your behavior or skew your integrity.
And I think this is another big component, too, that like he's bringing up, is that whenever you have, these like subjective moral systems that are based off of like any sort of like, oh, well, this is okay because of like my upbringing. The problem also is that it limits the audience of a show like that to one specific culture. Like, for example, a movie like Lord of the Rings, or a show like, The Lion King, or I don't know, like any old like Gladiator, right? Like, this is something that can be enjoyed by like almost every, like Dragon Ball Z is another good example of this. All of these things can be enjoyed by generations of people worldwide, But whenever you create your identity and you create your struggle system around contemporary cultural identity politics, you limit the amount of audience that that show can ever even appeal to in the first place.
Pretty.
It really puts perspective on things, though, doesn't it?
Not too much. There's too much fucking perspective now.
There's also an aesthetic layer, a kind of fashionable grimness. In these newer identity-driven narratives, moral ambiguity isn't used to interrogate the self. It's used to accessorize the self. It's a vibe. These characters are often written to be cool, edgy, or unapologetic. There may also be a deeper...
That's because the people that are writing them think that they are cool, edgy, and unapologetic. That's the reason why. It's because that's what they, I was going to say that's what they are. That's not true. That's what they think they are.
A narcissistic investment in identity itself as a form of prestige or moral high ground. In this reading, a character's identitarian life becomes a kind of permanent rebuttal to the surrounding world. Therefore, their choices need not be judged by conventional standards. Identity becomes its own moral currency. To transgress is not to sin, but to reject an imposed morality.
Bro, like, was that Concord? Let me see. Next, we don't need more of these. Bro, they knew.
Imposed morality that was never yours to begin with. If the system is rigged and irredeemable, if it isn't a level playing field, then morality itself becomes suspect. So do some dodgy shit or whatever.
Oh, I've been internalizing a really complicated situation in my head.
This, of course, is also a garbage outlook, because while temptation and wrestling and the threat of resentment brimming and spilling over is a real proposition for too many people, there are multiple better ways to contest the system through public service, creative expression and music, and on the screen, and in the John Lewis formulation of getting into good trouble. So let's look at some contrasts and how identity can be explored on screen. Get Out is not simply a horror film with racial...
No, it's insane the kind of problems that these people have, bro. Like, it's so annoying. Like, I see this with all the times with video games, too. And, like, if you just look at these people, like, if you want to find out if a game's going to be good or not with, like, the story, just go find the Twitter accounts of, like, a few of the people that are the writers of the game. And just like, you know, if they're like posting like, yeah, I'm writing on this game. Okay, well, go look and see what the kind of stuff they say is. And if it's the kind of stuff that you all know what it is, the game's going to suck. It's going to be garbage.
Themes, but a savvy indictment of liberal hypocrisy disguised in civility. It builds its commentary of race relations in America into the architecture of the plot, where the polite, progressive white family are not malevolent in the overt, backwoods racist sense, but are exploitative in a way that is far more insidious. They admire blackness, even as they appropriate and hollow it out. Jordan Peele marries genre elements of body horror, thriller, and surrealism to thematic depth. Everything from the use of silence to the claustrophobic camera work supports the central anxiety. Being seen not as a person, but as a body, as a vessel for someone else's narrative. Get Out doesn't shout its ideas at you, it lures you in, like the Armitages do, with charm and familiarity.
It seems like, yeah, it's about right.
And then reveals the deeper rot.
The whole movie is just white equals bad. I think that, like, I mean, again, a lot of things like that, I think you can explore topics like that that are mature and not necessarily have it be narrowed down to that. I like, this seems like the kind of, like, from like the way he's explaining it, this seems like the kind of passive weird racism where it's like, there's a white family and like the black kid gets in the car and they turn on the hip hop song for him. Like that kind, they're like, oh, this one's for you, right? That's kind of what this seems like to me. It's a decent movie. Yeah. So it's like, there's a degree of like patronizing bigotry of low expectations racism that's prevalent with a lot of liberal and conservative people, but they think that it makes them good people. because they're trying to like help what they consider to be like a lesser class of person. Like tokenism, yeah.
It's a rare example of a mainstream success that manages to be politically biting, dramatically compelling, and wholly original.
Yeah.
Or you could just watch Ironheart, a show containing plot armor, socio-cultural armor, and literal armor, and a toe-curling trifecta, which relies on hand-me-down iconography. Characters are archetypes of messaging, not people. Identity is a checkbox exercise. Riri Williams makes a succession of morally shitty decisions, and the show, supposed to be an affirming, stylish, identity-driven exercise, ends up as a ratings calamity and moral cesspool, and its failure must really be down to review bombing or reactionaries.
What I find to be really funny about this is that there's like all of these stories about how you have like these characters that do all this bad stuff. I think that this is like such a toxic form of representation. Meanwhile, you have guys like that one black guy that's running Red Lobster now, and apparently, bro, they're cooking. So how is it that you're doing a worse job telling a story than just real life? Like, that's the, like, literally, yeah. Like, he's turning it around. Exactly. Like, that should be, like, he's 25. I think he's like 35, something like that, right? And so, yeah, it's just, it's so weird that they have these problems, because even in real life, you can have examples that tell 1,000 times better racial stories and cultural stories. And I wouldn't even say a story is necessarily racial, right? But like, if you want to add that element into it, you have so many other great examples of this in real life. And why are you doing it like this? It's so obnoxious.
Being ahead of its time, or whatever. Anyway, you're to blame somehow.
Real life's doing
or
a
you
better
could
job
watch
telling the
Velma,
message than
a
you are.
sweet old IP desecrating and shittily discombobulating identity farce used not for empathy or insight, but as a cynical shield for lazy writing and mean-spirited commentary, and which drowns in its own self-referential retarded disdain. Uses identity
This,
politics.
by the way, is 100% written by millennials. This is a millennial show right here. There it is.
Politics as cudgel and gimmick, with a meta approach that comes off as snaring and self-loathing, failing both the source material and its new themes by being performatively edgy without any emotional anchor. Moonlight is a work of stunning emotional precision, a film that speaks in glances and silences as much as dialogue. What sets it apart as a treatment of identity is its quiet refusal to reduce its protagonist, Chiron, to a symbol. Black, poor, and gay, Chiron isn't a case study in intersectionality. He is a living, breathing character, shaped by circumstance, but not defined solely by it. The film's triptych structure, showing Chiron as a child, a teenager, and then a hardened adult, allows Jenkins to explore the tension between internal identity and external performance. What does it mean to grow up in a world that punishes softness in black men? How do you protect your sense of self in such a world? Jenkins answers these questions not with...
And you can see how kind of the difference with this is that, like, these are ideas and themes that transcend an individual identity group, and they transcend a generation. Like, people will be able to watch a movie like this in like 50 years and be like, oh yeah, I can get it, right? It's more genuine, right? It's genuine, it's direct.
Thesis statements, but with the gentle sway of the camera, the bath of blue light, the halting cadences of conversation. Moonlight doesn't posture, it listens. And in doing so...
Like a good video game comparison is like comparing the story of like Expedition 33 versus like Assassin's Creed Shadows. Or Dragon Age the Veilguard. Not so good.
There's dignity to a type of experience that cinema has really been willing to observe with such tenderness. Or you could just watch The Society of Magical Negroes, which follows a young black man who was inducted into a secret organization of black people whose job is to use charm, de-escalation, and self-effacement to make white people feel comfortable.
This is the reason, like, how, like, you set yourself up to lose. Like, how do you expect a white person to go up to the box office and be like, yeah, can I get 2 for the magical story of the successful You know, like, I mean, it can't. Really?
Thereby maintaining social harmony.
Yeah.
The film frames this as a satirical critique of racial dynamics, but its satire sucks, neither sharp enough to provoke thought nor funny enough to entertain, leaving it stranded in an uncanny zone of smug irony, offers no meaningful alternative to the stereotype it critiques.
I think that's also another really good point that he's bringing up too, is that a lot of these really bad stories hide their messaging through irony because they're afraid of being genuine. And I feel like it's kind of like you can never have a moment of like serious like storytelling without like a quip or a moment of just quick, haha, you know, funny, stupid little joke. It's basically like, and it makes sense for like a movie like Thor Ragnarok. It's a fucking superhero movie, okay? Like it's supposed to be a comedy. It's a funny fucking action movie. But like whenever you're not doing that, and you're still using that same formula, it just doesn't work.
Replacing nuance with quirk and moral clarity with self-conscious detachment and appeals to no one. Too glib for those seeking depth, too self-congratulatory for those craving subversion, and too soft for audiences who expect satire to bite, and just coming across as modern bollocks with no cultural impact and somehow no balls. The Substance offers an extreme and confrontational
and that's
take.
That's another part of it too. A lot of the people that are writing these stories don't really understand how to write men's experiences in a way that is like it resonates with men, basically. I think this is a huge problem. And like I've noticed this a lot with stories.
An identity that is thematically rich, blending body horror, social satire, and feminist allegory. The film centers on a middle-aged actress who undergoes a grotesque cosmetic transformation through an experimental procedure, a literal shedding of her physical self. What sets The Substance apart is its willingness to plunge deep into the horror of feminine self-erasure. It doesn't just acknowledge the pressures placed on women to conform to ideals of youth, desirability, and public image. It embodies them graphically and viscerally. The horror elements aren't just stylistic flourishes, they're the natural extension of a system that devours female autonomy in the name of empowerment. It uses genre as a scalpel to dissect societal obsession with the body. The film is bold, enraged, and at times even camp, but beneath its blood-soaked...
There's a lot of women that have this problem, like, I mean, about the idea of, like, you get older and then, like, people treat you differently, etc., because, like, you're not attractive to them in the same way anymore. Like, it's actually really bad. Like, I've seen it happen. Like, I'm now, you know, I'm an old man now. And so, like, I've seen this happen to, like, multiple women over the years, and it is really sad to see. Yeah, no, it's sad to see. What about dudes? Well, this is something that happens primarily to women. Like, obviously, things like this happen to men and women, but this is definitely something where it's like 95, 98% of, like, this type of dynamic is experienced by women. Men age better? Well, men's value isn't necessarily only, like... I would say, like, if you're thinking about, like, if you're trying to compliment a man, I think that attractiveness or appearance might be in your top 3. If you're trying to compliment a woman, attractiveness and appearance is probably your top 3. That's just how it is. So that's the difference. Like, yeah, I mean, you just did a big save, did I? I don't even know what I said. But anyway, yeah, biological value to create human offspring. Exactly. Like that's a lot of women's, like women have like an intrinsic innate value because they can have kids. And so whenever they're older and they're not able to have kids or for whatever reason, that's not really as viable, then their biological value goes down in the eyes of a lot of guys. That's it. Yeah, beauty is their whole selling point. Yeah, exactly, right?
To visuals are clear and disturbing questions. Well, fuck it, chuck on She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, shallow empowerment by committee. It's gender politics at TikTok deep, and it dodges dramatic engagement in favor of snarky fourth wall winks, smug self-awareness, and straw man villains. Identity is treated like a meme template, ready to post, shallowly drawn, and gone the next day. And remember, don't lecture her about controlling her anger because she does it infinitely more than you. And if the show's tanking, just do some clumsy fuck you to the haters at the end, trolling the trolls. Get it? It's cool because
yeah,
it's...
but it doesn't work because the show still goes out of business and that's it. Shekel market value for women is looking good. Old equals looking less good. Yeah, it's the same reason why a lot of the people that make comments about liking older women never actually post the photos of the women that they're pretending to like. That's the reason why. And I think again, like just, you know, that's just the way it is. It's biology, right? It's biology. It's just the truth. Older, when they say older women, they're talking about 27, okay?
It's reacting to your legitimate disdain. While Dallas Buyers Club is nominally about the libertarian hustle of Ron Woodruff, a straight rodeo-riding electrician given a death sentence by an AIDS diagnosis, its emotional core resides in the character of Rayon, a trans woman living with HIV, whose presence gradually cracks Woodruff's macho bluster and exposes the deeper moral terrain of the story. Rayon is not framed as a political statement or sociological lesson. She's funny, tragic, wounded, and resilient. And crucially, she is allowed to be fully human. Her femininity isn't exaggerated into parody, nor is her transness...
I think that's also another thing is that with a lot of the characters in like these stories that are written to be basically an identity group and not a person, that's exactly what they are. They don't have any personality and they don't have anything really that they do themselves that like makes them interesting. And to the extent that they do, it's very one-dimensional and they don't have any weaknesses. Like I've noticed this a lot with like video games where like you can have certain characters and like whenever there are characters that are part of certain identity groups, you can almost guarantee that this character will be the morally good, you know, competent, correct character in most circumstances. And like, have you guys noticed that? Yeah, Mary Sue's basically, yeah, it's quite common.
Reduced to a single-note source of trauma or inspiration, the film finds extraordinary pathos in the small gestures, the way Rayon dresses for dignity, her moments of maternal care towards Ron, the unbearable pain in her eyes during a visit with her disapproving father. The character is drawn with enough specificity to avoid tokenism, and her relationship with Ron transcends the predictable arc of bigot,
and here's another reason why, too. This is another big factor. It's because the actors in this movie did a really good job doing the movie. And this is another factor that like isn't taken in consideration enough, is that a lot of these really shitty movies have shitty directors and shitty actors. They suck. So of course the movie's gonna suck. That's it. Hard carried by actors? Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, what movie isn't, right? In almost all movies, they're hard carried by actors.
Tolerance. It becomes something messier and more truthful. A reluctant alliance, grounded in shared vulnerability. Dallas Buyers Club succeeds in giving identity-based storytelling emotional heft because it doesn't isolate Rayon as other. It allows her interior life to unfold within the same moral frame as every other character. That's what makes her fate all the more devastating and meaningful. But Emilia Perez is also supposed to be about trans stuff, automatically elevating it to some kind of profound elevated status, automatically lending it some kind of gravitas and sense of meeting the moment, right? Never mind that it's a tonal grab bag of gender politics garbage, crime opera, and pop musical. A confused and garish visual and audio nightmare, where identity themes are rendered as surreal spectacle rather than human drama. And the penis...
It's so weird, isn't it? Like, it's so weird. The message of the movie is more important than a well-developed character. Yeah, I think so too. And then I think also it's that a lot of these stories are afraid to tell compelling characters that are in like negative positions. Like they're afraid to tell compelling villain characters in a lot of different ways because they're worried that like people might identify with the villain, right?
To Vagina Song will haunt our collective memories and be a worse imposition upon our collective musical sensibilities since that time U2 shoved their dreary new album onto everyone's playlist without asking.
Yeah.
And now that stupid fucking dogshit song is rattling around my head and I need to go off and listen to literally anything else to purge it from my psyche.
Oh my god.
By the way, just before I go, you can now find me over on Substack, where, in addition to my spluttering ramblings on popular culture, you can also find a plethora of articles on politics, society, and the wider world. But don't worry, my signature tone of disagreeable, curmudgeonly cynicism, with occasional bright spots of misguided optimism, perhaps because I was born foolish, abides there as well. If you think you'd like to sign up for a free subscription, it would really help out a lot. The link is in the description.
I actually think this was a really good video. I've never seen one of his videos before. I really like this. I think that this was very insightful. Yeah, this is a great video. I'm gonna go with my sub and give it a like. Here, I'll link it to you guys. Yeah, there you go. And Optimistic Fool. Well, I do think that shows like this and things like this, they do burn out and they remove the what do you call it? They remove themselves from the market over time. I don't think it's something that happens immediately. It doesn't happen, you know, overnight. But it's something that, you know, in like 20 years, we're probably going to see way less stories like this. And yeah, I did really like this video. It was great. He's British. We can't trust him. Well, yeah, you know how it is. And yeah, like The Last of Us. Well, I don't know about The Last of Us. I'm just saying, like, in general, like, progressive shows are actually villains and the writers want us to sympathize with them. Yeah, I think it's actually just like weird storytelling by weird people writing these stories. And I think that's really what the big problem is more than anything else, is it's that you have a bunch of writers and the people doing this stuff that are just fucking weirdos. They're unlikable, they're obnoxious, they're patronizing, they're rude, they're weird. And guess what? It doesn't really go over very well with people. That's what happens, man. The damage to food memory? Yeah. Where are the good writers? Where are the good writers? I think that there are a lot of different... There are a lot of places where there are good writers, and I think that stories do exist that have good writing, but I think that you have to find it outside of like the mainstream places, because I think what happens is that if you're a good writer, so think about it like this: if you're a good writer, do you actually want to go and be one of these like really big, you know, be part of like one of these really big areas? Like these big production studios, or would you rather go out and do your own thing at a much smaller scale and then maybe actually be able to have some creative control over it? Like a good example of this is Expedition 33. The reason why you have good stories like that, and this is also a big component, is because those stories aren't being told by committee. But with a lot of times nowadays, they are. And so you have these stories that, yeah, of course this isn't going to go very well because you have 17 different head writers. Literally every interview in the writers is, I didn't see people like me in films and shows growing up. So yeah, bro, exactly. Literally every interview with the writers is, I didn't see people like me in films and shows growing up, so I submitted my Tumblr fan fiction writings in a portfolio, and here I am. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? They didn't see mentally ill people? Yeah, because nobody wanted to deal with them, man.
No, I'm not gonna play Uma Masuma. No plans. No plans. Oh? Forrest Gump. I saw Cherno play it a bit. This is in English. Fourth tab. Oh yeah. Thanks. Cool. That's not my neighbor. Not today. Not today. There is a... Oh, shit. There's another one of those, like, neighbor games where you're not supposed to let them in if you think they're sus. I don't remember what it's called. We played the demo for it. Yeah, no, not Papers, Please. It's a horror. It's a horror one. No, yeah. No, I'm Not Human. But that's not out yet, I think. No. Oh, yeah. I don't own it.
Behind this door is the most dissolute gambling den the world has ever seen.
So, now we see new
Here, yeah. But it's not out. Oh, it's out this year, though. Oh. Demo was really good. Have I seen Let the Right One In, the Swedish one? Yeah, of course. Okay, full screen subtitle. I'll do large, I guess. In-game console color. Red for fast. Console decorations. Oh, there is none. Oh, maybe I have to unlock them. White Knuckle, I still believe, is in early access. I want to play it, though, again. But I did play it in early access, or if it was a demo I played, I don't remember. I'm kind of just waiting. When will I play Killing Antidote? Yeah, I was considering that today, but it's still in early access. I did demo. It does have a ton of content now. Can you beat White Knuckle now? Is it possible to actually end it? Because if you can, then maybe, yeah. Maybe. Anyway, Space Monkey thanks 31. Ghost Valix 90. Yesterday, my first 6 kilometer 40 obstacle dead end race. Yo, let's go, dude. Nice work. And thanks to 19. Yo, Hags, thanks to 92. Moonglaze, thanks to 123. Scorpio, thanks 38. Swift Pancakes, thanks 46. Lord Kai, thanks to the 20. JNC, thanks to half a year. Henry Bettycomb, thanks 23. Natsuka, thanks 58. JP, thanks 20. Flip Phillips, thanks 39. Hardly Focus, thanks 58. And Daily, thanks 113 again. Rob, isn't there like a RoboCop DLC coming out soon? I think so. I only played the demo for that RoboCop game, but it was good. Yeah, I'm playing I kind of want to play Voice of the Void when it's fully released because I already played it so much. But I don't know when the full release is. I don't think anyone does. Probably maybe like 27 or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. 2040, yeah. Anyways, what is this? Select stage?
Up the butt.
Okay. RoboCop DLC 7. Oh, it's 7. That's in 4 days. King Suga, thanks 66. Thank you. It's a standalone game, not a DLC. Oh wait, the RoboCop thing? Oh, okay.
Hey,
Would one run Berlin from club entrance or from bus stop? Because you can't bring both weapon coins and fiber to start from bus stop. I think.
Hey, you.
Yeah, I mean in Fiberwire only. I'm not sure. Like back when I did like the trilogy run, we started like at the club, not in the forest. At least I'm pretty sure that's what we did. Yeah. No, we didn't run through the forest where the gas station is. We did not. The Thing remastered? Yeah, I played it. It's sick. Oh wait, default loadout allows you to start at club if it's New Game Plus. Yeah, okay. There's so many categories and stuff for Hitman, it's hard to keep track. You have to like dig super far to find everything. But my run should be up this week, I think. You should watch the OG RoboCop movies as before you play the game. Yeah, I never watched RoboCop. I never did. If you start in the forest, you also don't know where the agents are. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when I do the Hitman stuff, I just do what feels the most fun. I mean, it's gimmicky to do like default loadout and Fiberwire and like no no panic strats. Like, that's not an actual, like, rule in a category or anything. It's just, like, Trilogy or Hitman 1 or Hitman 2. There's no glitchless category. But I just like gimmicking myself. Right, Dirty, yeah.
Hey, you.
Watch 3 and remake. Oh yeah, I need to go through your document, by the way, Dirty, to see what's changed. Because I think my Trilogy PB, what is it, 44 minutes? Or something? I don't know if you remember it.
Hey, you.
I don't even know how to actually check it on the site. 43:11 is my PB. And the record is what? 36? Okay. So the record for Hitman now in Trilogy is 33 minutes, right? And when I ran it, when I got the record, it was 43. So the record is 10 minutes faster, and that's with an extra map. That's fucking crazy. There's some insane new strats. They added a map and still shaved off 10 minutes, yeah. That's crazy. Like, the new strats must save so much time. Like, you don't even need to do all, like, the super insane, crazy RNG strats to get under 40 probably. Anyways, enough chatting. Oh no, it's definitely Pepega gun, of course. I mean, you still have to deal with that even with fiber wire only. But I don't know what strats they've changed, but because it's 10 minutes faster and an extra map, the strats must be crazy fast now. Maybe they do some skips or something. I don't know. Anyways, go. Yeah. It's all over if mom catches playing video games past bedtime. What's the extra map in Hitman? Oof. I don't remember. It's that island thing, I think. To escape this nightmare, pretend to be asleep and complete your handheld games while mother isn't watching. It contains frightening scenes, players with high blood pressure, heart problems, and the elderly should refrain from playing this game.
Hey, you.
Time for bed. How to play 3 screen. Okay, sure. Let's see. I complete the games at hand. When you lose all lives in your handheld games, the mother will come for you. Well. Handheld game console. Shift, dash, move. Yep. If she's about to see pretend to be asleep. Space. And then camera control. Okay. If you pretend to be asleep for too long, anxiety will set in and blur your vision of mother. Oh, fuck. Remaining lives. Okay. Hey, this is cool. I like it. Reminds me of that car game where you have to play and then avoid shit that we played not long ago. Popcorn, thanks 43, and Slug, thanks 25. Thank you. All right. Hey, is this a Mugus? Oh, this is... How do we know when mother is here? Oh, okay, she's just walking around. There's like red in the top right. I have no idea what she's saying. Any translators? She's gonna sprint up here at some point. You had resets on Marrakesh, Dartmoor, Berlin, and multiple on Santa Fortuna. Kakos only reset on Dubai and had a suboptimal Dartmoor. You had a 926 Hitman 1 and world record is 656. That's only in Hitman 1. Karmic started running Hitman again now when I started doing Fiberwire, but he's not doing Fiberwire. He's doing... I don't know what category he's doing, to be honest. I just saw his splits was full of cock. Oh, life. How? But I didn't hear her. I didn't hear her. How was I supposed to know? Hold up. Calgo's around him and one like crazy and... Oh shit. Yeah, oh, they hated World Record strats for Hitman 1, yeah. Okay, well fuck it, we'll go again. I get how it works. She's not coming now.